I only have like a few of them, a few condoms. So maybe you have to share. Um, Everything we do at Einhorn has this special kind of magic in it, and it has to be unique, or as we say in German, einhornzigartig. Yes, so thanks for inviting me today. I'm Teresa, and I'm trying to not to kill myself today. So yeah, I work as a designer at Einhorn, and I also brought some presents for you. Unfortunately, I only have like a few of them, a few condoms. So maybe you have to share. Um, so when I first heard about the topic today, which is sex tech, I thought this is perfect because we recently worked on a really great product, and I think it's just perfect for today. And I'm really proud to present you. Oh no, it's the Unisucker. So if you want to buy it afterwards, just contact me. Yes, of course. What a question. And the second, maybe also important thing I want to talk about today is, what I think makes it special working at a designer, as a designer at Einhorn, and what I think is different about Einhorn, and why it's for me more than making design, but making love, or as we say, how to unfuck design. So I think a few of you already know Einhorn, but just to say quickly, we sell vegan condoms on the left side, and also since March this year, we did sustainable period products, which I'm trying to focus on today, because actually I think this is the more interesting stuff. And I only have 10 minutes, and I try to do it like in these 10 minutes, but actually there's a lot to tell about Einhorn. And like one of the three important values I have are these. It's fuck, fair, sustainable, and unique. Fuck stands for fight and hug, which is you are allowed to fight if it's about the bigger purpose, but you have to hug each other afterwards, and it's not about your ego. And the higher purpose I'm talking about is fair, sustainable, which is fair and sustainable. And this is what our products really gives that bigger purpose, because we have a team that works on making our products even more sustainable, and who knows quite every person in the manufacturing chain. And we also give 50% of our profits into fair, sustainable projects. So, and the third thing is unique, and that's what I feel a special connection to as a designer, because that means everything we do at Einhorn has this special kind of magic in it, and it has to be unique, or as we say in German, einhornzigartig. So a quick story of my background. When I studied design in 2008, I think, or when I ended my studies, I just felt like a a free chicken. I was ready for the world, ready for designing things, and I was so inspired. And I was looking for jobs, and I found something like this, and everything quite sounds the same. So I thought that's perfect and just did it. I mean, Tischkicker, who else wouldn't want to have a Tischkicker? And beer, of course. So it didn't take too much time. And after 6 years, I just felt like, yeah, I wasn't really happy working 6 years in advertising. And yeah, I asked myself really deep questions. What is meaning of life, and what is even the meaning of designing stuff and just making flyers that look a bit nicer? So that's why I just quit my job at that time, and that's when I found Einhorn, and I met Sandra, Liz, and Philip. These are actual pictures of them, and they are members of the early founding team of Einhorn, and also founded the design team at Einhorn and kind of invented the condoms, like the thing, Einhorn condoms. And yeah, they asked me to before I have to work there, I have to draw a Muschi and one Schwanz, which is pussy and penis, or also tail. And yeah, that's what I came up with. And I didn't really question it, because I thought, yeah, it's a condom company, just do it. And they liked it, so they hired me. And finally, I felt that free chicken again, like I was at the beginning, before I got into advertising. And yeah, today I just want to talk about how to become that free chicken. Is, I think, the first step to how to unfuck design is to be a free designer who is allowed to do what he loves to do and what he can do best. And I think truly that at Einhorn you are allowed, because it really is part of our identity, which says to be unicornique, to put this special kind of magic into everything. Yes, that's the first thing. Be a free designer. So how do we really unfuck it? I think it's best to explain how do we unfuck design, and on the example of our period products. And at the beginning, what we first did was unwrap every product that got into our hands. We looked at every product of different companies that did period products. We looked at every tampon, every website, and everyone was telling us quite the same stuff, which was to be silent about period, not to really talk about it. You have to be discreet, and we felt somehow it was something that you should be really frightened of somehow. And maybe they were kind of right, because it's not really fun to walk around with a blood stain on your white pants. But that was not quite a language we wanted to use for our products, because we didn't feel like that mom who tells you you have to do this and don't do this. And because we may look like adults, but we really are child somehow. And what childs do, they are naive and they ask a lot of questions. And that's what we did. We questioned everything. We questioned every product. We questioned why you have to be silent. And we also had one question that appeared over and over again, which was, what do actually flowers and butterflies have to do with your period, because that's what we found, and we still don't really know, but I don't know, because but that's what their message was. It was flowers and butterflies and being silent, and we knew that we wanted to tell a lot of more than this. We wanted to tell a story, and we wanted to break this taboo, and so we had really a lot to say, and we were quite lucky that we found this. I don't know if some of you may know what this is. For some it may look like a tampon, but all we saw was like really a blank page which we could paint on, and where we could spread our messages and break the taboo, and really talk about the topic no one is quite talking about. And yes, we just wanted to make period visible again, and we wanted to be loud, and as we say, we wanted to make tam tam, which is like German for making a lot of noise. So that's how we came up with our first product name, Tam Tampon. And we really did a deep dive into the products, and we just printed on everything we found. We couldn't really believe that no one did this before, like printing on tampons, other things than their own logo. So we tried to, we just did it. And one of our manufacturer, he couldn't really believe that we didn't want to print our logos on it, so we did one for him. And we also used the packagings to be political about it, to spread messages, to embrace menstruating people, to talk about the period, and like to stand for it and fight for it. And we also wanted to be transparent about what is actually in our products, and so that everyone knows what's inside and what's not inside. And of course, we also always want to have fun because we are childs. So we did this. Yeah. It's an ass. And we also wanted to educate also younger, but maybe also older people, to actually give them an idea what it looks inside your body. Not everybody, but the female body. And this is kind of our special product, which is a menstrual cup. It was quite foreign to us at first as well, and that's why we thought like the surrounding of a universe would be good, and like this alien stuff. And we also founded a vagina cult, so to say, which are called the Scheidenearther, which is German for but what? Do you have a better word for it? Because I don't. I just said vagina earth. Or earthers. And they truly believe that the earth is a vagina. So die Erde ist eine Scheide. And this is their logo, and we're still taking in memberships. So if you're interested in, all you have to do is print a tattoo of this logo on your butt. I'm just kidding. Or maybe I really don't know whose ass this is. But it's nice. So back to the questions, how to unfuck design. And I think the first step really is to be that free designer, to have that surrounding, to do what you love, which is a quite tough one, I know, but at least that's my kind of perspective. At Einhorn, I'm allowed to do this. And the second thing is fuck finding that bigger purpose, which for me is fair sustainability, because I know I'm not working for a shitty product which actually destroys our world, but makes it or tries to lead by example and tries to make it at least better. And also in the period stuff, it's about to breaking the taboo. So having that sense. And the next thing is being childish, and by that I mean like asking questions and like really asking, why are we actually doing this and can we do it different? It's about being honest and being transparent. And last but not least, it's always about fun. So yes, that's it. If you want to buy our sucker, then contact me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, to the ones who've been at ProCrunch before, you know, we always do Q&A because it's so nice to have this interaction. Yeah, so you have to stay here a bit.
Okay.
We're not going to do too long. They will then have the chance to ask you in the break and after and tomorrow and so on.
Okay.
But yeah, who has questions for Teresa? Yeah, someone.
Hey, thanks for the talk.
Hi.
Besides working on new products, how does your day job look like?
Well, I get up at no. Yeah, at Einhorn, I'm not only a designer at Einhorn, I'm also working, I really don't know the German word for it. In German, it's Gehaltsrat, so salary club, or I don't know. Because we have this transparent salary system, and I'm also, working on this because, we do quite a lot of things different. But I really can't tell you what a typical day of mine looks. If you want to know this, I don't know. Did this answer the question somehow? No?
And just from a design point of view, like, because, I mean, you probably do a lot of exploration for new packagings, for example, but at some point you just release a new product, and then what are you doing as a designer in a company like this?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I only had 10 minutes, so I could only show you a few things. But when we released the products, for example, the period products, we also did a petition for lowering the tax on tampons. So that's also, for example, something we worked on. We are like working together with Fridays for Future, for example. Especially Waldemar and Philipp, the founders of Einhorn, they always come up with new ideas, so it somehow never gets boring. And yeah, there's really a lot. I think I would take too long.
No, all good, all good. Other questions?
Hey, thanks for the talk. So, with your push into these awesome period products that you're making, how do you feel about the name? Because Einhorn, unicorn, I feel like it's this phallic thing that invites association with male genitalia.
You think so?
Well, you put like unicorn horns and everything, and have you ever considered that, or like?
I don't know. Maybe it's kind of a philosophy question. I don't know. Maybe we can try to like switch this around and make Einhorn not only this phallic symbol, but also like a female symbol. I think it's not like it's not something different, and it's not. I think it really fits together, in my opinion.
Thanks.
Another question? Yeah.
Hey, hi. Thanks for the talk. And first of all, I don't think it's a male thing, unicorn. I think it's very female, especially because in the last years we have seen like more gifts and stuff with a lot of pink and like glitters and stuff like this around unicorns. So it became like more female symbol as well. But my question would be, I love all the topic about the menstrual products that you're doing. And are you doing anything to fight period poverty, like in Germany or all over the world? Or are you planning to do that in the nearest future?
Yes, we are planning to do this.
But you don't want to give me any details about it?
No, not yet, because there are really like a lot of topics in our universe. But yes, we know that there still is a lot to do, and we really want to do this deep dive into every product and every problem we find. So, yes.
Love that. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, we're going to do one more question.
I would like to ask if you faced any feedback or resistance from, let's say, retailers or suppliers and so when you came up with these ideas. How was the first steps in that sense?
Yes, so we released the products for every DM shop. So they knew what we kind of did from the beginning, except the vagina thing. This was kind of a surprise, but yeah, they saw that it works, and now I think they also like it. Yeah, all the manufacturers, they were just really wondering about what we were doing. They thought we were just a bunch of crazy people. But yeah, we just did what we thought is right, and they accepted it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, if you have any further questions, ask her in the break. But for now, thanks so much. Thank you very much.